friend.
Hi, friend.
Welcome back to the Friend Podcast. I'm your co-host, Sarah.
I'm your co-host, Sabrina.
Welcome back to, I guess we're like 2.0 now because we took a week, 2 weeks off. And now
let's say this was 2.0. Season 2.
Yeah, it got, the production quality is crappier than the first half.
Wait, really? Why?
Because we don't have video.
Oh, okay, sure.
She was like,
it's not crappier. There's just less that you can access.
I feel like it should be moving up, you know, like we should have started with nothing.
Yeah, well, listen, we're all learning here. Well, I've seen some early on versions of podcasts that I like, and they were trouble. Like they were figuring it out too.
That's good. This is the second week. We recorded on Monday last week too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's good because then you get...
I get enough time to...
Yeah, and you get...
It's the same week.
It's a new week. So you get like... Or yeah, it's recorded in the same week, so you get more current updates and things.
Mm-hmm. So what's that this week? Trump?
Well... Oh, no, we don't talk about politics here.
Oh, okay. I don't consider that man politics.
Oh, yeah. Well, for those of you who don't know, which is none of you, I guess people could assume, but yeah. I grew up in a very liberal family, like extended family, parents, everybody. Mm-hmm. When did I unregister as a Democrat? Like 4 years ago?
Something like that.
No, it was definitely
before
after
the last
Biden.
election? Oh, okay.
No. It was before Biden. Anyway, before everyone gets their nipples in a twist, I voted for Biden. But I did register as an independent because I do believe in the duty of a citizen to vote, to at least be educated on the things and the policies that you help be the change you wish to see in your country, I guess. And I think that remains true for either party because, you know, they want to see a different type of change than we do. But I just got really sick of it's funny because for anybody else in my family, they're all Democrats, I think, besides maybe one of them. I don't think like, oh, ew, like they're Democrats. Like, I don't think that. Because 95% of my thoughts and feelings align with that of the Democratic Party. Yeah. I was just kind of like tired of being, I think during like the Trump era, it was such a polarizing thing to be one or the other. It was. And I just didn't like that real like crack in the American foundational landscape of life, you know?
What are you saying right now?
I'm just saying like.
Real crack.
It was a crack. Like I didn't really ever see politics that divided in our lifetime before. Yeah.
It wasn't fun.
Right. And I was just like, I don't want to be Switzerland because like, Trump was fucking whack.
Well, you're not Switzerland.
But
you told me that you thought that maybe once in your entire lifetime, you might want to vote for a Republican candidate.
Which, shoot me. But
Which I think is very fair. Like, you gotta be independent in that case.
I think, like, you will not catch me at a Trump rally. See, I told my mom that I registered as an unaffiliated, and she was like, oh, you know, Sarah, they're trying to take away women's abortion rights. I'm like, Mom, just because I did this doesn't mean I, like, lost my brain. Right. Like, I don't know. I will be voting for Biden in November. Mm-hmm. Old as dirt, but here I go. Yeah. Like, I'm not... It hasn't changed me. But... For example, I really liked Maryland's Governor Larry Hogan. He was a Republican, but I think he was... I don't know why he was a Republican. Most of his policies were not very Republican-y. But... And
that's why he didn't go far.
Right. Well, he did. He was
actually did go
governor
far.
for two terms.
Yeah.
He's running for senator?
Oh, is he?
Congressman? Something. I'll be voting for him. Like,
oh, okay.
I always liked him. I like Wes Moore, the new governor. Like, I have nothing bad to say about either. And look, Wes Moore's a Democrat and Larry Hogan's a Republican. And I think the state was fine with both of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know why this became a political discussion, but...
I love how we said we don't do politics here. We just broke that.
Well, For those of you not up on, I don't know, today's news, Trump was indicted on all, like, what, 32, 34 counts of, like, giving Stormy Daniels hush money and stuff.
I am still shook that is what got him. Like, of all the things he might have done in his life, this is what got him. Too funny.
But Sabrina is a Brazilian citizen.
Yes.
And therefore must vote in every presidential election.
I do, yes. Well, every Brazilian citizen must vote. And I always say, like, I think a lot of Americans think that that's a good thing. And I think it is too. I think having the freedom to vote is such an important thing. I choose to vote. Like, if it wasn't, like, forced on me, I would choose to vote. But I think that, at least for Brazil, causes a lot of misinformation, a lot of manipulation. Here, like, you will see commercials for both sides. In Brazil, you won't. Like, one channel will be fighting for one side, the other channel will be fighting for another. And say, like, one family out in the fucking Goonies only has one channel. They will only be
The Boonies.
The Goonies. Goonies? What did I say?
You said Goonies.
Is that not the saying?
The Boonies.
The Boonies. Again, I'm
Goonie
Brazilian.
Okay. A Goonie is like a goon, like that's like a person. The Boonies is like a place.
I'm never going to try to use an American saying
An
again.
American turn of phrase again.
Out in the middle of nowhere, like someone that's very poor, doesn't have anything. They'll have most likely just cable. And that's the ones that will be, you know, showing commercials for only one guy. And so they will have misinformation and they won't know what's going on. That's often what happens. And so I hate that it's, you know, kind of forced on us.
Brazilian's not Brazilian. Brazil's not a communist country, though.
No, it's not.
Because, like, in Vietnam, they be watching the Vietnamese, like, my in-laws be watching the Vietnamese news and they're, like, endorsing Trump. And I'm like, is there any...
I mean, Brazil does that too, to some extent. But that's because they don't really know. They don't really know what's going on.
Here's what I'll say about politics from a different country.
Don't get involved.
Right. America, you have literally zero ground to stand on anymore because you elected Donald Trump.
Fair.
You have nothing to say to another country.
Yeah.
My dad loves to try to pry it out of Sabrina, like, why she voted for, like, a certain person. Because in the news media, is that redundant to say news media? No. That my dad consumes, which is the equivalent of a Vietnamese person consuming media about Trump, is not wrong, but it's certainly skewed one direction.
Right.
And yes, they can infer, research, whatever, but
it's always going to be skewed on this side. Yeah.
I think, like, you know, in Vietnam, most people would say, like, oh, you should vote for Trump. But they don't really know.
They don't get told about Joe Biden.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I think, like, people are very quick to comment on, like, other country. Like, I don't know. I think that the values of a person, like Sabrina's values to that of a Joe Biden, to that of a, like, Biden supporter are not really very different. And, like, as long as you, and I feel like there's not a lot of respect to that.
Yeah. I always say this, that in my personal view, Brazil is kind of like at least in politics, the opposite of America in terms of the right guy is technically the left guy. Because yes, his policies, his ideals, his beliefs are all right skewed, but the left side in Brazil has been so incredibly
corrupt.
It's been so corrupt for so many years that, like, the people aren't gonna like that, obviously. And so I always like to say, like, hey, like, do some research. Like, it's not exactly black and white. It's not like it is here. No country is like how it is in America. You can assume, but it isn't that simple. And so any news that makes it out of these other countries and into America is going to be skewed.
Yeah, I agree.
Now that we went on that
10-minute tangent about
oh my god,
politics.
And this is why on my Hinge profile I put not political.
I think that especially as a woman, this is such a hot ass take. Sabrina and I are not traditional feminists, first of all.
No. Well, yeah.
We're not.
I wouldn't even know what a traditional feminist is.
I mean, a lot of the feminist values I think that the feminist values are great. I think the way that you execute the rights you think you have is different.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of times Sabrina and I, so this is to say, rather, that I think that people do a lot of assumptions, or various, what is the word for making assumptions?
Assumptive?
That's not real. Assumptive? Oh. About like,
English.
Oh, if you're a woman, you need to like vote for X because he this.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think that, yes, true. I think that the whole like, oh, you don't know who you're, like, where am I trying to go? No, like the whole like, who are you voting for? Or like, don't you know blah 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 doesn't stand for blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
don't you know that half of these candidates lie about what they stand for? Like,
you want to be the most likable person to get into office, remember, guys.
That's the thing. Like, people that low-key like idolize some of these people, like, guys, they're just trying to get a job. They be lying on their resume. Like,
I think that the discussion of politics, my parents, white people love to discuss politics at the dinner table. It might be their most favorite thing. I think that it becomes a bit of an echo chamber when you're only talking about politics with like the people who agree with you.
Yes, that's for sure.
It shows. My mom's like, well, Sarah, have you ever tried to talk to a Trump supporter? I'm like, listen,
you have.
I have. One of my best friend's fiancés is a Trump supporter. I don't necessarily get into it with him, but I certainly discuss it when it comes up, and I don't ever. It's like whatever. Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to change his opinion. He's not trying to change mine.
Right. And that's where it should be at all times.
The end.
Oh, my.
So today... oh, wait, we have to do our favorites and stuff.
Oh, yeah. What's your favorite?
Actually, we could talk about... My favorite is very random.
Okay. Mine is too, kind of.
It's what I'm drinking right now. It's called Element. LMNT. But obviously it's...
Element.
It's an electrolyte drink, and for anyone who was on the Liquid IV wave a couple years ago, which was me, this is the healthier alternative to Liquid IV. So Liquid IV brands itself as like a very healthy electrolyte drink, replenishing your electrolytes, whatever. It is full of a fuck ton of sugar.
Yeah.
A lot of added sugar, which makes it more fun to drink. So when I used to drink Liquid IV, I would sip it like it was a fun little cocktail vibe.
Yeah.
Because it was essentially juice.
Yeah.
I didn't feel much of a difference in my body.
No.
When I was drinking it. Element, I'm not sure. It's actually not a very well-known brand because they send a lot of PR to like normal people.
Oh.
Like I've gotten free shit up the ass from
Really?
them. Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's not cheap. So Element Liquid IV is very cheap.
Yes.
In comparison.
Get it anywhere.
Yeah. Element you can only get online, and it's not cheap. It's like $150 for like 4 boxes or something. Or like you get 3 boxes and you get the 4th one free. It's like $40 I think a box for like a month's worth. However, I drink water every day. I definitely have gotten better at drinking water throughout the last couple years of my life.
Love that for you.
Yeah, because I was not good at that. But I don't tend like... I get a lot of cramps in my calves at night. Potassium, you know?
Yeah.
So Element replenishes it's salty. It's not sweet.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what is replenishing your body.
Isn't that dehydrating you in a sense?
It's the healthy salts. They're not
okay.
It's not like table salt. It has magnesium, potassium in it. And salt is what you're sweating out.
Yeah, true.
Not table salt, but... salt.
Yeah.
So it's replenishing that.
Okay.
However, since I started drinking it once a day, some people drink more than one a day. I don't really I don't enjoy it. It's not, it doesn't taste good to me. They have flavors. I like the raspberry one the best, but it is not like, let's sit on the porch and drink an Element. It's like, let's get this over with for me. But I have not it's been 3 months since I've been drinking it every single day. I have not cramped at night like one time.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Okay, so it is working.
I don't know if I feel like more energy or anything like that, but I think it is like that nutritional insurance, you know? And I feel better if I do have as a teacher, it's very hard to drink water all the time because you're just constantly up there yapping.
Yeah.
So to drink it feels like at least I'm getting what I need. And then, or like more, this is like a power packed water.
Yeah.
So it's like better that way. Some people I know like keep it in the water bottle all day and sip it. But like to me, I'm like, let's get this down. And then.
Yeah. I'm almost wondering if that would be better for me because I'm an avid water drinker, but I also have the world's smallest bladder. So it's absolutely annoying to drink and pee all day long.
It's definitely, some people really like it. Not I. But Alex drinks it too. There's a couple of different flavors. I like the raspberry one. Alex likes the citrus one. I think there's like orange. There's a watermelon one. They came out with like hot ones that you could drink with like, yeah, like hot chocolate.
Oh, no.
Salty hot chocolate.
Absolutely not.
And it's
actually, that does sound kind of good. Have you ever had Mexican hot chocolate?
Yeah, but that
with cheese.
This was different. Oh. It's because it's water. It's like hot chocolate, salty water.
Yeah, no. It's water. No, immediately no.
Yeah, like it's not.
It needs to be creamy, if anything.
Right.
That being said, Element, sponsor us.
For real. I wonder how that works. They're like not. I don't really know how they're getting out there, honestly, because I don't see commercials or anything.
Yeah, I'd never heard of them before you.
It's funny because I heard of them from an influencer, one of my favorite podcasters, Danielle Carolyn. And then I found out that a close friend of mine drank it for, I don't know if years, but for a while before I even knew she did. So it's interesting. Well, but they have 320,000 followers on Instagram. So they're not exactly not known. But they send a lot of free PR. See Element if you're watching this.
Yeah. Here you go.
I don't know who you're advertising to, but...
Listen, we are all girlies trying to be healthy, aren't we?
I did get my cousin Megan to try them because she posted on her story. She's an athlete, okay? Yeah. And she posted on her story that she was drinking Liquid IV. And I was like, oh, hey, like, have you done... Not trying to be I'm not like a preachy girl, I feel like. Well,
we talked about this.
But she was drinking Liquid IV, and I was like, oh, have you ever, like, done any research on, like, the additives in Liquid IV? And she's pretty, I feel like Megan's pretty, like...
chill about that?
She's not like, oh, you're telling me you know better. Like, no, she's very, like...
Yeah, she'll receive it well.
Reasonable, yeah. I was like, you should try Element. And she got a box. I don't know how she...
We should ask.
I don't know how she liked it.
I'm curious. My favorite, still on my makeup journey. A few weeks ago, you were with me. We went to Ulta, I think. It wasn't even Sephora. I don't know.
We went to both, probably.
Yeah, we don't always stick to one. No. I know that's a big debate out there. But I got the Too Faced eyeshadow palette. I forget which one it's called, but the box looks like a little gaming, Nintendo Switch gaming thing. First of all their packages are super cutie, and I love Too Faced. Too Faced is great. But I was just telling you, friend, that like I think it's interesting that I used to hate glittery eyeshadow back in the day. You still do. I know you have a whole matte palette.
It's called Let's Play.
That sounds right.
Too Faced Let's Play mini eyeshadow palette.
Yeah, that's the one I got, and I've been loving it so far.
$32.
Yeah.
Dang, I kind of like that furthest to the left, like the lightest color.
They're very cute. They're super cute. Very pigmented. Just good eyeshadows.
We bought these eyeshadow palettes at the same time. So I got, years ago, I think I was like 10. I got a Naked 2 palette. It's a mystery where it went, but I know where it went.
I'm like, I don't know if it's a mystery.
It's a mystery because they still haven't come forward.
Oh.
But I got it for Christmas from my cousin Megan, actually. It disappeared days later from a little buddy of mine.
A little
cousin buddy of mine. You know who you are. I know you did it. I'm over it. But I did repurchase a Naked 3 palette because I missed having like good quality eyeshadow.
Yeah.
I have a lot of events this year.
Yeah, you do.
And I just wanted
something good
that I could use. So I got the Naked 3 palette and I forgot because it's been so long since I've had good quality eyeshadow. So I'm like caking it on there. And my bathroom has good lighting, but like it's not natural lighting.
Yeah.
I go outside, I'm like, whoa, my eyes are colored.
Pigmented.
Yeah, I was like, that is hello. So it's funny because I never really noticed the difference between qualities like that much. But then I was like, whoa.
It makes a huge difference, bro. Yeah. This palette, I really enjoy it. It has both matte and glittery, but I found myself loving the glittery more, and I really didn't think I would. I guess I'm just a glittery type of girl, shimmery type of girl nowadays.
She's bejeweled.
Bejeweled.
Well, that was our update, our little political update.
Did we
Nothing's really happening in life.
No.
I'm trying to get a job. Still.
You are? Oh my God.
Oh, you're getting your wisdom teeth out tomorrow.
I am. Kind of spooky scared.
I told her I had a great experience, loved my surgeon. I had a very easy recovery. They gave me like Vicodin and all that shit, and I didn't use it one time. Like, I would get little like pings of like a pain, but it did not hurt. I followed the directions. I didn't get dry socket. A lot of people get dry socket. I put the fear of God on Sabrina about dry socket because listen, that is the last fucking thing you want to get.
I am not one to not follow every direction that the doctor gives me. I'm mostly scared about my jaw because I already have TMJ and jaw problems. Like right now it's flaring up. So I can't imagine how it's going to be tomorrow.
It's interesting because it's going to be open all day.
Yeah.
But then you're going to be so stiff. You're not going to be able to open. Like I told her for a month, I talked and my mouth did not move because my jaw was just stiff. I was just talking like this.
I hate that. I literally don't even give a shit what happens to my teeth and my mouth. But my jaw, I hate nothing. There's nothing worse than jaw pain.
It wasn't painful to me though.
Okay.
It might be painful for you because of your TMJ, but it was not pain. It was just tight. Like I thought I was opening my mouth super wide and I'd be like,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
But
I just wanted to be over.
Yeah. Nothing happened to me. I told her I was fucking anxious. Nothing happened to me. I had no pain. I barely I was like chipmunk eating chips the couple days after. I took one day off from work for the actual surgery and then another day off the day after, and then I was back. It did take like 3 weeks for the jaw to loosen up, but it was not painful. I was very religious with like everything that I was supposed to do though. I was on top of it. I was like, get this over with. But your mom had a much more dramatic experience.
She did. But was she also way drama? Older. She was way older when she got it. They already thought that it was going to be like certain problems because she had other teeth problems, gum problems especially. And so a lot. I don't think it got infected. Did it get infected? I don't think so. She just had a harder time coming back from it, healing.
Now that something's coming back to me that I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but don't they say that it's better to get it young because your jaw's not like fully something?
Yeah, my dentist grilled it to me. She was like, you're about to get off of your parents' insurance. Might as well do it now. You want to do it when you're young.
Does your normal insurance covered it?
Ish. I have to pay almost $900.
It's interesting because like most insurance is separate from dental insurance.
Yeah. Well, this is dental.
Oh, I didn't have dental insurance because my parents dental insurance generally is a scam. Like they don't cover a lot
unless you're like going religiously and getting these.
But it'll be interesting to see what happens to you. My friend Diana got her wisdom teeth out today and she called me. She's like crying. So it's definitely it's not scary, but it is like a surgery. Yeah. They do consider it a major surgery. Like when you list surgeries you've had, you do say wisdom teeth removal. But nothing dramatic happened to me. I didn't unveil any fucking secrets. I was put all the way under. I woke up. The nurse tried to take me out of the chair though, and I fell because I wasn't ready to get up. Like I was still under too much. But the next memory that I have was sitting in the recovery chair, and it was a surgery center, like an oral surgeon center. Yeah. So it was just like a whole like row of like kids like my age, like 18, like getting their wisdom teeth out.
Yeah. I'm low-key confused about why my surgery is at my dentist's office.
Maybe they're maxillofacial surgeons too?
I don't know. I don't think so. They have someone coming in.
Oh yeah, my dentist referred me to an oral surgeon.
Yeah. Well, I'm like 10 feet away from my house, so if anything happens.
But also you like it's very popular to get it done the summer before you leave for college. 18 was a very popular year. to get it done. And so I was just in the office with all these other people my age, and it was just very comforting. My dad's getting his knee replacement tomorrow.
Yes.
Though we've been stood up at the stance before. He's gotten this surgery postponed at like 4 times.
Yeah.
So I'm not like, until he's literally under the knife. Actually, no, until he's out.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Just don't believe it.
I just don't. So big week for everybody. Well, by the time this comes out, everyone will have been out.
Yes.
Of said surgeries.
Yeah, so you'll know next time
happy,
how it all went.
And better for it.
Hell yeah.
That's what we're manifesting. My best friend Caroline's getting married this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'll be driving to the Outer Banks in a couple days to fulfill my duties as a maid of honor. You know what I forgot? I forgot to print my speech.
Friend.
Gotta print that.
Time to do it now. I feel like people nowadays use it on their phone.
I know, but
it's not cutie.
I don't know. Like, if I'm standing up there and I'm already nervous and then I'm going to have my head in my phone like that.
Yeah,
I guess I could. I do have a big phone.
That's true.
I could. Let's see.
But paper is always better. It looks classier. It looks better.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, because look how little. I'm going to have to, like, zoom in.
Yeah, no.
I could do this and hold it this way.
No, that's even worse. You look like a boomer.
And then, like, actually, could work.
You got paper. Just go print it.
I mean, I could always have the paper and this.
True.
And then whatever works. Yeah, so she's doing a DIY wedding. God bless us all. And so everything's sourced by us. The flower, everything.
Love.
On a flip side, no. On another note.
On the flip side?
Maybe, I don't know what I'm saying. Our wedding is quickly approaching.
Yeah.
And we thought we were like good. But
well, we're not ungood.
Right, but it did kind of like sneak up.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
we have
there was a little bit
months out.
Yeah, a little bit of a breakthrough yesterday.
Yeah.
You got a lot done. I printed letters.
We could have gotten the bottom sign done probably, but we decided to save after we had spent, a fifth of what you could buy a house for on this wedding. We decided that we were not going to spend money on lettering and signage for the wedding, which can be expensive. Yeah. We were like,
especially for a sign that you don't see again.
Yeah, we'll just do it ourselves.
Yeah.
God bless all the DIY brides out there. Not sure how you're doing it, but this is like it.
I am convinced their weddings are 5 years out because there is no way that there's enough time to do all this.
Yeah, because we're only doing signage, like
imagine
gifts
flowers
here, whatever, and then we're doing the table settings, the table cards, and then
any stationery.
Yeah, and that's it. And we're still like, yeah. Well, I've seen Caroline do it. It requires a lot of, like, at the end of the night, you are ending up with 150 glasses. Yeah. You are ending up with, and you're cleaning it up.
Yeah.
And
what do you do with all that? Sell it, I guess. But
I guess. I don't know. To me, if you can afford it, the convenience of renting it for someone else to clean it up and take it away. Yeah. Is better.
Quite nice.
So yeah, those are the updates and the favorites and the State of the Union for the girlies. Hot take. I guess you could go first. Cause
mine is like general enough that it.
Okay. Mine relates directly to today's topic.
Mine can relate to this topic as well.
We have to talk about the topic first? No.
No. Good segue.
Okay.
So my hot take is that the world is too soft. I think you've already mentioned this before, but specifically, say what you want to say and just don't be afraid to say it and stop playing games. Like, people don't need to guess what you're thinking. Just say what you mean. Anywho, carry on.
Also, the world is too indecisive.
It is. Yes.
If someone says, I don't really care, like, do you care? Say you care.
Even if you don't care, pick one.
Yeah. I'm sick of the not picking.
Yeah.
So I've stopped doing that with Alex. Like, I used to be like, do you want Chipotle? Because I want Chipotle. And I'm just like,
just do
you know
it.
what I'm craving today? Chipotle. Do you want some? And if he says no, I'll get it myself.
That's right. No need to play games. No need to do a dance.
My hot take is directly related to today's topic. During the talking stage, there should be less grace given on both sides.
Oh, okay. Less grace given. That's interesting.
It's a waste of people's time.
Definitely.
Both people's time to be so patient.
Fair.
if you know what you want, go after it.
Yeah.
Quit playing with me, bro. That's all I'm saying. So today's topic, we're calling it Unhinged. Mm-hmm. Based off of Hinge.
Yeah. However,
this is chronicling Sabrina's talking stages that she's been through for the past couple years of her life.
Yes.
For new listeners, I have been in the same relationship since I was 16. So it's been...
No need for you.
There was no talking stage for me. I have opinions. But I did not have a talking stage. So we were in the car the other day.
Yeah.
And we were just thinking, like, listen to what you had to do for all these people. Like, I would rather die. I would rather sit on a red hot grill than do a talking stage. Because the way I see her doing it, I'm like, this whole thing makes me want to just die.
You know what gets me the most is there's people out there that do it to a more aggressive extent. Like they are talking to multiple people at once. They are having talking stages left and right, and they don't get sick of it. How in the hell do you do that?
Are essentially just in a perpetual talking stage.
Yes, but that's because one of them doesn't want to commit.
Yeah, but still, that's crazy.
That is insane. I can't. Getting to know people, period, is already like not fun. I mean, I feel like it is. It can be fun. But like when that's the entire intent, like that's all you do because you're on a freaking dating app. That's what you do. You talk about yourself. You learn about the other person. When it's all you do, it gets to be exhausting.
Exhausting, repulsive.
Yeah.
Icky.
Yeah. I thought it was already enough to explain my life story to people I know. And to explain it to strangers on the internet. No.
Well, so the other thing I think that's like so you don't work a traditional job.
No.
And you don't go to school.
Right.
So you're not meeting people.
No.
You live with your parents. You're not just like...
I don't really meet people.
You're not happening upon people.
No.
So that leaves you with an option. Dating apps.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard plenty of love story.
Yeah, me too.
One of our close friends, Chrissy, met her husband on Tinder.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy? Tinder.
It's,
I love that for them.
I feel like other of my cousins met their SOs on a dating app. I think most of them met in college, though.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, that's
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with dating apps if you are there with the right intention. I haven't always been there with the right intention in the past, but I like to think that now I am.
But the amount, I'm not sure how these people are finding these men, because the amount of like bullshit on there is actually astonishing.
Yeah. No, everybody's putting their best.
No, but like, no, that's scary that's their best, is what I'm saying.
That's true. That's very true.
Like,
I think people are in between putting out their best and like being realistic about it, because people know, like, if you meet me in person, you're gonna see that this isn't quite true. So like they try to be realistic.
But like the way they try to like flirt, I guess, on there, like when they're like, what's your favorite, I don't know, like tell me something that nobody knows about, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like, my dick is crooked to the left. Like,
that's a lot.
No, but that's what one of Alex's friends put as a joke.
That is what's on there. People will be playing a lot on that app.
But like, nobody wants to date someone who says that.
Yeah.
It's not a 25-year-old maturity.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah. It is.
Oh, we didn't tell our catcalling story.
Oh my God. Please. I'm getting heated already.
We were out at happy hour.
Yes.
And we were passing, it's like a row of restaurants, and we were passing another restaurant. Mm-hmm. This guy's like,
oh my God,
he's on FaceTime with another one of his guy friends. He flips his phone to like follow us down the street. Mm-hmm. And at first we were like, oh, weird.
Yeah.
Because I was like, maybe I know him or something.
Yeah. I fully thought like, I fully thought immediately catcalling or like trying to like hit on one of us.
It wasn't good though. First of all, we were not cute.
No, we were not cute. I don't know what he saw. But I thought like, oh, he has his number on his phone. And then I looked closer and it's a fucking man on FaceTime.
Yeah. He was sitting with a woman and another man. So like he was sitting with friends doing it. He followed us like all the way around the corner and he was like smiling and being like, eh.
Really creepy too.
And both of us just brain farted.
We were shocked. We didn't
do anything. Like we didn't yell. We didn't stick the middle finger up. We didn't bark.
Well, it's funny because I was on the side closer to you and I was looking at him. So I didn't see you because you were next to me. And you like put your hand up.
Oh, I was like, I'm engaged. Sorry. And I think like that's just, sometimes that works.
Yeah, sometimes it does.
But she thought I was sticking up the middle finger the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time I was like, my friend, she did that.
No. I didn't do shit.
It's the way in the moment, like after the fact, we were so heated, so pissed off. And we were like, we should have done this. We should have done that. We should have barked. And
I like to bark.
have you ever actually barked?
At the gas station.
Oh, okay. Gas station is easy because you already don't want to fuck with anybody.
Ladies, barking makes you look clinically insane, and that's what you want.
I want to bark so bad, and it's never like come to that. I always forget about it.
I'm not talking like woof. I'm like,
no.
Whoa. You know,
I just stood there.
That's gonna be really fun to edit because the light started flashing.
It usually has a filter where it's like not too loud. I just was dumbfounded, bamboozled. I stood there and I just like literally could not produce a single thought. I was just disgusted by that man.
It is, the world we live in is something.
So that's not how you do it, people. If there's guys out there listening.
Yeah, that's not how you do it. Anyway, so that was our fun little tale that we wanted to tell the podcast. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Sabrina's been through a couple talking stages, and there's just some things that
are questionable.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who was first? Dessert Man?
I think Dessert Man was after Schlong Dong and Nickelodeon.
No, Dessert Man was way before. Dessert Man was at the apartment.
Dessert Man might have been at the...
It was during.
Same time as Schlong Dong.
When was Schlong Dong?
Before Nickelodeon. Like, not that long before Nickelodeon.
You're right.
The way we're talking about these, like, serious people. These names are all...
It's to keep anonymity.
You're not going to find... It's for anonymity.
Yeah.
But you're not going to find... Some of them we can explain, others we can't.
Like
Schlong Dong, we're not... You can infer what it means. And he did indeed.
Yeah, he did indeed. That is a factual thing. Okay, let's start with Schlong Dong.
No, talk about Dessert Man.
Oh, okay, Dessert Man. Dessert Man, I met... I think Tinder. It wasn't even Hinge. It was before I was on Hinge.
You, to be clear, are a Hinge girly now.
Yes, I only use Hinge because I think there's more normal people.
I think Tinder's
there.
trashy.
Tinder's definitely trashy. It's only for hookup culture.
Trey and Chrissy met there though, so
yeah, but I feel like that was like during college.
Yeah.
So for them, I can see how it worked.
Also, she was by a military base, which is how.
Right.
So you know,
like all I get is maybe I shouldn't say that. All I get is trashy, toxic Hispanic men like trying to stick it in. That's all it is. Anywho,
it's important to know that you don't want them to stick it in. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, not in the first. You know, not as a starter.
Not as a starter. No, thank you. Yeah, so I met him on Tinder. We talked. He followed me on Instagram. So I think this happened a long ass time ago. Like,
didn't you think he was dry from the start though?
Yeah. Immediately, I wasn't really that into him.
He wasn't even that cute.
No. I just, he talked to me and I entertained it for a little bit, and that was enough for him to not stop talking to me. He would just continuously try to talk to me. There were moments where we had like good conversations here and there. I ended up like talking to him just cause I think I was bored or, lonely, wanted to talk to someone. I don't know. And for the most part, it was okay, except for the fact that after a while, he only wanted to talk like throughout his entire day. He was a busy man, but somehow he kept sending me messages at work, talking about his day, this is why we call him Dessert Man, because
one night we were together when this happened.
We were together and he kept sending me unsolicited.
He was out with like his parents.
Out with friends, co-workers. This is the thing, like we never talked about dessert like that. Like we don't, it's cute when you like send a picture or like send an update relating to something you talk about.
Oh yeah.
But when I never talked about dessert with this man, and he would send me pictures.
He sent me pictures of, it wasn't even a good picture. It was like a blurry ass iPhone photo of like a half-eaten donut. Yeah. He was like, I'm out with my friends eating dessert.
Yeah. And he did that not once, not twice, but 3 times. And I think like within the same weekend.
Yeah, he was just trying to like really
gauge a conversation there, which...
After the third
I
dessert,
just found funny.
After the third dessert time, you cut it off though.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm not.
Hey, I don't think I'm interested.
He would also always like ask like if I was like busy. He always wanted to talk on the phone, and he always wanted to just, he'd be like, hey, like, where have you been? And I'm like, I'm just not interested in talking to you. Like,
poor guy, though.
I know. I feel bad, but you know what? I
feel worse for me.
I feel bad, but also that's not how you do it.
No. So
if
there was a big break
between
you, Dessert Man and Schlong Dong.
Yes.
After Dessert Man, you were like, all right, maybe I need to swear off men for a little.
I was kind of done with the dating apps for a little bit. I cannot
Schlong
go
Dong
for
you
long.
met IRL.
Schlong Dong I met in real life. No app needed.
At a bar.
At a bar.
Really let her freak flag alter ego fly.
Hell yeah. we already told the pod this on some episode about this is
I think we did.
Yeah, but for you guys who maybe haven't heard, I was in my freak era, met this guy, went on a date, and so we went on a date and then we hooked up. Literally,
she went on an all-day date.
Yeah, it was a good date.
Yeah,
he was a cool guy. But
I was scared for you. I was like, what is this?
Honestly, looking back, it was a scary thing. But this was like the complete opposite of Dessert Man. He was only in
town for a little, though.
Yeah, this was the complete opposite of Dessert Man in the fact that I didn't know him at all.
Yeah.
He wasn't sending me pictures of his dessert.
He was 28, right?
28. At the time, I was 21. You know.
Oh, we told this because of the STD thing.
Oh, yeah. Love. Yeah, so I freaked out just because, you know, I hooked up with some random guy I didn't really know. And so I was like, what if I have
she lost
an
her
STD?
virginity, though.
Yeah, I was just freaking out on all fronts. So
then Nickelodeon came around.
To be clear, I don't have anything.
No. Then Nickelodeon came around. That was a year. No, that was like 6 months.
Yes.
We already knew him from high school, so that was fine.
Yeah. And I
mean, it wasn't fine, but it was fine.
And that didn't really have a talking stage, did it? We kind of flew through it.
You went on 2 dates.
2 dates.
On the second date, he asked you to be... Actually, he asked me if he should ask you to be his girlfriend. And I said yes because they'd both been waiting for so long.
Yeah.
My bad. You're acting like you wouldn't have said yes if it was like the next one.
Yeah,
though.
Literally. I don't.
You would have.
I would have.
Right. No brain.
Anywho, we have a whole episode on that one. And after that, okay, years passed by. 2 years
took a big break because Girly Pop got traumatized.
Yeah. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to go Unhinged again. I'm going to open this
ready to re-enter.
I'm ready to re-enter and actually give it a fair shot. I think I can do it this time.
Oh, this is Carman.
And then I started talking to Carman. It was good.
Yeah.
This is the first guy like I talked to after getting back on it. He was we had very strong friend vibes. And that's all I need to say. I literally told him, I was like, hey, I'm not feeling it because we just like have friendly vibes.
He was also weird.
And he agreed. He was a little weird. You know why?
It was the video that set me off. He said this video of him waiting in his car for his friend eating French fries.
Yeah.
Guys, women don't want to see that. That's too much updating.
Car guy, if you're listening.
Too much updating. Women, nobody cares.
No,
there's a difference between a good update, like, oh, I'm with my friends, blah, blah, blah. Something that's a conversation starter.
Yeah, right.
That was not a sparker.
Right.
That was a douser.
Car guy, if you're listening, we sent each other some weird ass updates. Let's be real. I think we were both trying to kindle something. Yeah, because what
did you send, please, Jesus?
I like to mirror my fucking dogs like I always do. Yeah. I'm always dog sitting. I'm always sending dogs. And so
now you're like, fuck me.
Literally, I'm like, fuck me. But like, we were trying. I think we were trying to see if there was anything there, and there wasn't. So we carried on.
That was only like a couple weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks of talking. Yeah. Never met him in person. Never went on a date. We were trying to plan that, and it wasn't working out. Yeah.
Ratatouille, though.
At the same time, I was kind of talking to Ratatouille.
These are just so funny. Ratatouille. If you know the tales behind them, it's like so good.
The nicknames are too good. Right?
Ratatouille's current.
Ratatouille's current. We've went on 2 dates so far. We've been talking for like a month now, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Automatically, this is a better situation. I realized talking, like texting people, fucking terrible. It's so annoying. Like it's It's boring. You don't feel like you're getting to know them at all. You may feel like you think you are, but then you're not. I think in person, it's been a much better experience. And yeah, but right now with Ratatouille, I don't really.
It's definitely been
I've never been this far. Yeah.
But guys, the talking stage is just bad. It's like
everything about the talking stage is just awkward, weird.
Well, like we've been talking about, like when do you ask if he's seeing other people? When do you when do you get more demanding that it's like just you know?
Yeah.
Not demanding, but
like questioning like what is he doing? What am I doing? What's expected?
Now originally, but then you said like with in hindsight, you were doing a lot of the planning. Yeah,
I felt like I was, for sure.
And then the one time he's come up with a plan, it's like pretty
dessert man. I've been feeling like dessert man a tiny bit. And so I'm just wondering like if, and this is why my hot take comes in, like be upfront about what you feel and what you think. Cause like, I don't know. I have no problem telling people what I think. Even in all these talking stages, I've been very clear with all of them that like,
well, so now
this is what I'm thinking and what I want.
Ratatouille was in charge of initiating a date.
Yeah. He asked me if I was available.
Yeah. Didn't answer for like a day and a half.
Yeah.
Then he answered again like, haha, I'm doing this.
Yeah. That day wasn't going to work. So.
That was a bad update, IMO. The one you sent me.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
Bad update.
Bad update. That update got me.
There's updates that you give.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, something fun or something.
Yeah.
And then there's updates that are like, could have gone my whole life.
Truly. And then now I'm supposed to see him today, supposedly, I think. I don't know.
Are you really going to do that? I thought you said you weren't doing that.
I won't. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was put on the table today, and I agreed and asked about a specific time, and I haven't heard back yet.
You know what would be a test? Not a test like I'm testing you, just a test. You're getting your wisdom teeth taken out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to see him for a while.
No. Yeah.
And so it'll be a test to see if he can like keep it up, you know?
Yeah.
Because if he really wanted to keep it up, he would.
If he wanted to, he would.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're right. I'm at this point going back to my hot take. Like, if for whatever reason this date can't be planned on your side, tell me never mind. Tell me it's fine. I won't be offended.
She said, "Could you do 2:00?"
Yeah.
Homie just didn't respond and started talking about other things.
Yeah.
It's giving irritating.
And that's just a little confusing.
And so
that's the talking stage for you.
Yeah. And why? The other thing is like, in today's day and age, we are in a digital age.
Yes.
I think you should be more able to keep up the talking stage through text than most men are these days.
Yeah. I mean, everybody texts people. We know what's expected nowadays.
I guess as a friend, it's different, but like, it's not that hard to talk on text.
No.
And not be weird.
Yeah.
But when you're doing a lot of the getting to know each other on text, that is hard.
It is harder. It's automatically like more energy, more thinking.
Right.
Automatically. Because you want to put yourself out there in a good light. If I were to text Ratatouille, like how I text you, he'd be like, bye. What the hell? Weirdo.
You mean you don't want to like talk about your poop?
Right. You know, I haven't talked to him about my diarrhea.
Right now, Sabrina doesn't have a butthole.
Right.
That's the other thing with all this. So Nickelodeon was a big on like, the honeymoon stage is never going to end. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Please God, if anyone tells you that, run for the hills. The honeymoon stage should be over.
Yeah, the honeymoon stage.
It's not realistic.
Ends and, you know, you navigate it together.
I think that where you get though, there's like this stigma or like this feeling that like where you get after the talking stage or after the honeymoon stage is like not fun, like the roommate stage. Mm-hmm. I disagree. Like the stage that I'm in my relationship now, where I'm like fully comfortable, we like poop in front of each other, mm-hmm. but we're also like obsessed with each other.
Right.
It's a deeper love.
Yeah.
Than like, I love your hair.
Who's to say technically you're not over the honeymoon stage, but it's just not evolving. Prominent. Yeah, it's different.
You're in the long-term relationship stage.
Yeah.
It's a better one.
That's another thing I want to preface. Men on Hinge that say, figuring out my dating type, figuring out what I'm looking for. I have a firm firm belief that you shouldn't be on a dating app unless you know what you want. Even if it's just casual. If you want to hook up, have casual relationships, there's nothing wrong with that. Just put looking for a short-term relationship. It's that simple.
Or just like looking for a hookup. Be honest.
Be honest. Just be clear. Stop with this.
What was the car guy saying?
Bullshit, huh? Okay, car guy. This last like little era of mine on Hinge, I am only matching with people that say long term.
Okay.
To some extent, it's like long term, comma short term, or long term, or life partner. That's the only thing I'm matching with.
Is there a way to see if people that you matched with, they were talking to, are still like matching with people?
No, there's no way.
Oh.
Could
be a cool feature. Hinge.
Yeah, that probably goes into psycho territory though.
Yeah.
I am also like, I don't have the energy to talk to more than one person at a time. Hence why I've had like 4 talking stages. So like, but I recognize that other people may talk to other people. Like that's normal and expected.
You know what I find exhausting though? Like, say I'm in a talking stage right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like, we're getting ready for your bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Or like a trip. Or like all these big things. Like you're supposed to then be like, you're supposed to say like, oh, I'm doing DIYs for my friend's wedding who they've never met.
Yeah.
Ew. Or like, I'm designing this for my friend's wedding. It's a big, you know.
I've done exactly that.
Speaking of, I am now calling out 3 people. You've all met them. Sabrina. And then the 2 friends we had on a podcast, the bros.
Mm-hmm.
Deceit and Brian. All 3 of them have used my rabbit as a wingman.
I didn't use your rabbit as a wingman.
They've all used him in cahoots with individuals on dating apps. Oh, pretty quiet over there now, aren't you?
Wait. Does it count if I'm talking about bunny sitting him? Because that's just my day.
But you know then that they're going to be like, oh my God, I've never seen a bunny like that before.
That's
so
fair.
Cute. Right. Bunnies are exotic because everyone always says, oh, I have a dog, I have a cat. Yeah. No one expects a bunny. That is a curve
send a dog pic,
ball.
they're going to be like, yeah, cool, cute.
Right. My bunny has been used to promote how cool and unique.
Shouldn't you feel
proud? He is an innocent bystander in this disgusting world.
It doesn't.
And it's my job as his mother to protect him.
Does it make you feel better that they like him?
Everybody likes him. Look at him.
Right.
How could you not like him?
Right.
No, but you'd have to be actually could be a good way to weed out psychopaths if someone was like,
right, exactly.
Because remember Nickelodeon when he met him?
That's what I think. And also I think I'm allowed to because you are a very important part of my life.
Yeah, but Brian
and so if these people are going to stick around, they're going to be meeting
Brian
my
Deceit, who have only met him like once in their life.
Right, exactly. Brian has no excuse.
Here's the thing.
Neither does Deceit.
Really not Deceit. Here's the thing. When Nickelodeon met Archie, I guess he had some traumatizing dog experience.
I don't know.
He said, I'm going to wait for him to come to me. Immediately, icky. He's a rabbit. He doesn't know. He has one brain cell up there. His brain is the size of like a walnut. It may be smaller.
Yeah.
You cannot expect my mans to know what to do. He's just a boy.
He's just a boy.
So that is a good way to weed them out. Because if they're like, oh, you like bunnies, you know, it's also
that's what I think. I think triple whammy here. Like weed out the weirdos.
I'm getting into the bunny mom thing. Listen, this is important for men on Hinge anywhere. If you make a cooking bunny joke, it's not funny.
No, it's not funny.
It's not funny.
Absolutely,
it's just not funny. Like my dad when he first saw my mom, my dad, they're old, they're boomers. Okay, they're like La Pen. I'm like ha 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 ha.
No, yeah,
it's not funny, and everyone does it. He's like, oh, yummy stew. I'm like, what the fuck?
That would be an immediate unmatch for me.
Or like, you know what would put me in a bad position as the friend meeting this new man's if he meets Archie and is like, oh, I bet he'd be yummy in a soup. If that's what, literally, if that was
so many people have said that.
I know, and if that's what, if something like that came out of one of your man's mouth that came to my house, I'd be like,
no, I would physically unmatch them.
No,
like,
at first, I'd be like 10, like love him so much. Then I'd be like
1.
You know what? Actually, the first time it's like excusable, kind of more excusable than if it kept going.
Oh, if it keeps going, is psycho behavior,
right?
Because one joke,
you would never say that about a dog.
No,
or a cat.
Well, maybe.
Well, Brian sometimes does, but that's different. But you know what I'm saying?
He's
like a normal
menace.
person.
Yeah, he's just a menace. Yeah. A person that you don't know very well should not be saying that kind of shit.
Right. Like, nothing but flattering.
So far, only good things.
Archie... Okay, so I think people... When you think of, like... Bunnies outside are cute.
Yeah.
But Archie's got, like, the floppy ears and, like, the cool, like,
yeah, he's
color.
Different.
Right, he's different. He's
people call him... He looks... You know, he got a little mustache.
Yeah.
He looks a little... like a little Mexican old man.
Yeah, he's a vibe, right? So people are like, oh my god, I've never seen a bunny like that. See, I'm into that.
Yeah.
Tell me that he's special. But I think it's just funny because all of our friends... Well, Sabrina doesn't have to do this because she actually sees him. But Brian and Deceith both asked us for pictures of him.
That's so fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, they're like, can you send pictures? I'm trying to send this girl.
That's straight up weird. Okay, I could do a whole fucking episode on Brian's little talking stages, but you know, I'm not Brian, so I'm not gonna do that. But that is just not it. Like, why are you stretching so hard to try to impress someone? No.
It's not your pet, too.
It's
like,
not.
what's the chances of Brian's talking stages ever coming to my home and meeting him?
Right.
One of his girlfriends met him,
yeah.
and I wasn't there, and I was icky about it. Because, listen, Archie is, you know, king of the house, and people who just, like, come here when I'm not around. Archie, I feel like Alex is also pretty, like...
Yeah.
No one's such a ham.
Protective.
She's random.
Yeah.
She wasn't random. Like, they've been dating for a while, but I didn't know her, and I felt it was random.
Yeah. You don't just introduce... He's not a dog. Like, dogs will come up to anybody and be friendly. Archie will not.
No.
Not really.
Archie's kind of like a good judge of character.
Oh, he really is.
He didn't give Nickelodeon really any time of day.
No, he did not. He said, carry on. This guy's weird.
And when I have... Yeah, because you kind of have to show Archie, like, who is in charge, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Archie demands the room. He's very, like, he'll hump you and stuff. You have to be able to, like, push him off.
Yeah.
And, like...
And he'll like that.
Yeah, put him in his place. He likes to be dominated. You have to put him in his place, though. You can't just, like, oh, haha.
Yeah.
He doesn't do haha. But I think that we could do a recurring series on this because of...
because of my fucking love life.
But I think this was a good place to start, you know?
I agree. You guys are caught up now.
Yeah. That's real time. We'll let you know what happens with
Ratatouille. And anybody
I was
who
going to call him
comes
something else, but it would be too... Like, it would be too obvious.
He would know. Just from the clues.
No, he's going to know either way.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that would be so obvious. Like, he wouldn't even have to think about it.
I think Car Guy and Ratatouille have chances of listening to this.
You think Car Guy does?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he actually listened to an episode and told me about it.
Why are you telling these people about the podcast?
What else am I supposed to say? I do nothing with my life.
Well, Ratatouille heard that girl come up to you and talk about the podcast. Is that how it came up?
No, it came up earlier, but
okay.
I mean, I have nothing to fucking hide, people. I will tell you everything about my life. That's just, well, maybe not everything. Every good thing.
Is that what you talked about with me on the couch the other day?
No.
You told me everything about your life.
Everything except for that, huh? I will tell you
so open.
Anything,
and you know every fucking thing. anything that
doesn't, you know, keep me up at night. I'll tell you about.
Sometimes this podcast keeps me up at night thinking about trying to get a job.
Really?
Yeah. They say they do comb through your social media. However,
I feel like, what have you said that's bad?
No, I'm just very flamboyant. I curse a lot.
Okay.
I talk about vagina juices in our first episode.
Yeah.
Here's what I think that we should... This is so off topic. But the stigma of, like, a teacher not having a life or being a person outside of...
Yeah, it's very annoying.
It's very weird. Like... How I talk now is obviously not how I'm talking, like...
In class,
well,
yeah.
Even a parent, are you telling me the way that you talk with your bros is the same way you talk to your 3-year-old?
Absolutely
no. So what's
not.
the difference?
Right. You got to be able to separate.
They do check your social medias when you enter the county.
Your social media is good.
Mine's private. And my Facebook, like, I have nothing to hide on there. Because that's where my mom's friends are.
Yeah. You are already good at.
Right. It's just the podcast I feel like I really let go.
The podcast, I feel like if they are weeding through every single episode like that, like, they're psycho.
Yeah.
That's psycho behavior. Because what the heck? Most of the time we're talking about girly pop things.
There's also plenty of teachers that are on podcasts.
Right.
So I think I'm good. It's just like paranoia, you know?
I feel that. I definitely, every time I'm like, oh, somebody's going to be psycho and listen to every single episode that we put out, and like, but then do I want that person in my life? Not really. Freaking Alex doesn't listen to our shit, you know?
Yeah.
My parents don't listen to our shit. Nobody that
Parents
we
should not be
know
listening to our shit.
Nobody that we know, like on a close level that we see every day, listens. So, you know,
That's true. Well,
I'm not too worried about it.
yeah.
With
Well,
strangers.
these men deserve to be exposed because this is the truth behind what you're doing to women.
Yes. And like, I want you guys, if anyone who is listening is on Hinge, I encourage you to go and like really weed out things that you don't want, because you don't want to be stuck in these weird ass talking stages just with some rando that like you decide to like, oh, maybe I'll shoot him a text. No, really think about it hard, because this do be a waste of time sometimes,
especially when it starts to feel really promising and then becomes a waste of time.
Yeah. And I'd like to emphasize, be honest, be intentional.
If it's been a month
about
and
what
you're
you
like
want,
not really feeling it anymore, just say it.
Just say it. And if you're confused, that's actually
it.
fair. But also say it. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
We're all just trying to figure it out on the stupid dating app.
Floating in the middle of the world. In
Yeah.
the universe.
We're all just figuring it out. That's something I really appreciate about Dessert Man, actually. He was very clear.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was very clear.
He was figuring it out.
He was like, I want to go on a date.
Oh.
Like, I want to see you. I was the one who was like weird about it, because I wasn't sure I wanted to see him. But
well,
took me a while. I'm sorry, Dessert Man. Took me a while to be honest with you, but I've learned. Yeah.
Well, this is part 1 of being unhinged.
Yes.
Or of unhinged. And I'm sure there'll be another iteration as the years go on until we find the one. I say the collective we because it is we. All 3 of us have to find the one. Ugh.
Love.
I hate men. What? Oh, next week? Well, I don't know. We'll have to see what happened. Well, we might have to take a couple weeks off if your jaw is like stiff.
Yeah.
If you don't hear us from us for a couple of weeks, it's because Sabrina cannot speak.
Yes.
But I think that this next month, like, really look forward to a lot of good guests.
Yes.
We're having a lot of my family members on the podcast.
I'm so excited.
Some great cousins.
Yeah.
My cousin Erin's coming on and talking about finances.
Yes.
She's qualified to talk about finances, not just a random person like my dad. We're talking to my cousin Lucy. We haven't decided what.
We'll figure it out.
She's like fun though.
She's super fun. She's just a good, entertaining guest, I think.
So, and I'm sure we'll have other people. I thought Katie would be fun, maybe.
Yeah.
Anybody who's willing. Oh, Megan wanted to come on. So my cousin Megan's coming on to talk about fitness. She's again qualified.
Very qualified. The athlete.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think like even if you don't hear from us for a couple of weeks, like the next month will be very
full.
Actually, not this month. Next month.
Yeah. July. Oh, July.
End of June, July.
Mm-hmm.
July all month could technically be just like fun episodes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
So until then, let's wish Sabrina luck and her surgery. And bye, friend.
Bye, friend.
Look, want to do that?